Where's that time clock at? Come on. Welcome to Bracket Bastard, the podcast. We take a bracket of 32, 64, 128 and more, and banter our way down to a winner. I am your humble host, Freddie Fisher, and this is Jess.
This is Jess, the beautiful bastard.
Q.
This is your boy Q, everybody, a.k.a. the best bastard of them all. And obviously the master of these bastards. And let's go. We being nice today.
Jeremy.
100 episodes in, he still doesn't realize that's not true, but okay. Yes, the bastards are turning 100. Unlike Bob Barker, we actually hit 100 without going over. Woo! So come join us as we talk about some of Hollywood's nicest fucking people. And this is Hollywood, so it's hard to find nice people. I'm surprised we found 34, honestly, or 36, whatever the fuck it is. But
actually, there's 64, but yeah. Jesus
Christ, you had to make some of that shit up. But let's talk about these Hollywood nice people and just fucking have a good time. Because I'm here as always, just one big Willie, here for all of mankind, even dude love.
Jamie.
That's terrible. And you have me on a bracket with nice people? Y'all got me mixed up with the wrong Jamie. I'm here, your mouthy bastard. I'm here not to be nice, but I'll try today. It is Sunday. I'm feeling a little love. I don't know. It's fall out there. Q, you must have fallen real hard on your head because the best bastard of all, right here in Eddyville.
That's Jamie. Brian is back, ladies and gentlemen. He had to do his summer famous away type thing, but we're absolutely happy to have him. How you doing there, sir?
Good. I'm glad to be back. I'm a little glitchy for some reason, but we can fix that throughout the show. I'm happy to be back. The dank bastard. 100? Man, we're turning 100. I'm honored to be here, guys. Thanks for including me. I missed everybody, but I totally had forgot. You know what? It's like when you go away for summer vacation and you come back and you realize you forget how annoying your best friend is, and the second they open their mouth, you're like, oh my God, Big Willie. I had totally forgotten. The second I'm like, oh, that's what it was. No, but respect, guys.
And that means all bastards are here with the exception of Bubbles. She could not make it this week. She's out partying her ass off. But her amazing sister from Don't Call Me Lady has joined us today. Andy, how you doing?
I am fabulous. Sit in a rocking chair in my music room. I got myself a little laptop set up this time, not just like on my phone, trying to make sure it doesn't fall over every 10 seconds. I'm feeling pretty good about things.
I know. I'm liking the vibes. Like, you should have like a creepy outfit on to go with that tiny microphone. Like,
I've got like the weird leggings.
Yes, get a tiny hand for your tiny microphone. That'd be pimp.
A tiny little hand, yes.
And that makes 7. We are the bastards running this thing this week. I'm glad to have you guys here with us. We're doing this is, as people have been saying, it's our 100th episode. It's actually our 99th episode. Next week, we will be celebrating 100. So unless something super bad happens, we're just gonna make it a 2-week celebration. No, nothing bad's gonna happen. So don't even start that. And
now I just feel lied to. I thought I was here because this was the 100th episode and I was special. What the fuck?
To start, we just in case if you guys want to have the ability to congratulate us or something like that, in the YouTube information section, there is a link to the show. Like DeAndre Robinson from the fabulous and well-named show, Mass Debaters. How you doing there, sir?
Hello, everybody. I'm just here to say congrats on 100. Even though it's not over 100, I feel a lot to. Just letting you know that right now. I'd rather do this on 100 episode. However, though, congrats to Bracket Bastards on 100 episodes. One of my favorites, top 5 favorites, ones to listen to. Only because of Jamie, not because of nobody else. All right, just so y'all know. All right, but however, though, congrats on everyone, to everyone here, and I'll be listening as well. So, congrats on 100.
Thank you, Drake.
Unsubscribing to Master Bears, goddammit.
Right. We all know he fucking tunes in for me. Come on.
No, not at all.
Dre for Masturbator. He is a common person in the chat. By the way, if you guys want to chat along with us, go ahead and check out Bracket Bastards on YouTube as well. You guys may vote. Some of us may not have an answer for some of these, and might go ahead and take your vote for you. So check that one out. We are starting this off. We're doing the Hollywood Nice List. I think of Hollywood Reporter I got this from, so I think some people may have paid them off because I don't agree with a lot of these. But we're starting us off. I'm starting us off. Then it's Jess, Q, Jeremy, Jamie, Brian, and then Andy bringing up the rear round robin style as always. We have a couple rules on the show. Number one is the blowing of loads or the final swing. Since we vote round robin, if you were one of the first people to go and do not want to be one of the first people to go, you can blow your load or use your final swing, but you can only use that one time per show, and you will be going last for that vote. If somebody else happens to use their final swing or blowing their load, they will be going after you if they use it in the same turn. And the other one is, of course, the fuck you, Freddy rule. The more creative rule on that, the more creative fuck you, Freddy's get on the show that is going to be released on my birthday. Currently, it's about 23 minutes long of people just telling me to fuck off. Like exactly what that is, and it's absolutely hysterical. You guys ready to start this thing?
Well, since we can't finger you today, what the fuck you?
Dirty.
Oh, there's that old dirty bastard. He's here, folks. We are ready to start.
I'm starting this one off as a host. I could do that. We have Keanu Reeves versus Will Arnett. For those who don't know who Will Arnett is, he voices Lego Batman.
He speaks to my cold black heart. Oh,
and he is the host of Lego Masters. You've ever seen that show? You put a face to the name. However, Keanu Reeves is fucking Keanu Reeves. I mean, this is the most humble man I've ever seen. He's the type of person that if you ever see him in photos and stuff, he never actually puts his arm around a woman. It's always like around her and then off to the side because he knows how Hollywood works. But he's a super nice guy, and he will be getting my vote. But I do love Will Arnett and all the stuff that he does. So there is that. Jess, is it Keanu Reeves or Will Arnett?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves gets another one. Q.
Keanu Reeves is a dick. But he still gets my vote.
Dick like dick, Q.
Gets another one. Jeremy, Keanu Reeves, Will Arnett.
As much as I love motherfucking Neo, we're talking Arrested Development here. We're talking Will Arnett at his finest, his greatest, and he's hilarious in every fucking thing he's in. Him and Amy Poehler together on Parks and Rec was fucking hilarious, even for the couple episodes that lasted. Like fucking Will Arnett all day.
Preventing a sweep on this one, Jamie, is it Keanu Reeves or Will Arnett?
I mean, if Jeremy didn't prevent that sweep, I was going to prevent it. So yes, motherfucking yes to Lego Batman. Yes.
Brian.
Yeah. Yes.
Will Arnett or Keanu Reeves?
Wow, I can't believe that this is even a discussion. Keanu Reeves, come on. I love the show on Netflix with Will Arnett where he's the self-appointed mayor of Venice Beach. But with all that said, I got to go Keanu Reeves. The franchise is alone behind that guy.
Keanu Reeves gets to vote and the win. Andy finishes one off. Is it Keanu Reeves or Will Arnett?
I'm 100% behind Will Arnett.
God damn you, Brian.
Oh,
no,
man.
Brian was the swing vote.
Go back to California.
I was really hoping Brian was just going to keep that going, but no.
Me too. It's fate. It's fate.
Every
When I said
time.
Arrested Development.
This bro and I are usually on this voting together.
I know. You know what? The time apart. We need to get back. Wonder
We do.
Twins unite. Or where is it? This way.
Yeah, that
Some way.
So
Next up,
hang on. Just Arrested
What about
Development was terrible.
You're terrible.
Like it was good for like the first like season, maybe
The
two.
first 2 seasons, but after
And after that, it was just repetitive and it was stupid.
No.
No. Once Netflix got it got even better.
Maybe
No.
I wasn't stoned enough to watch it. I don't know. Moving right along though.
There's always
Moving
somebody
right
in the banana
along.
stand.
moving right along, Jess starts us off, and we have a lady versus lady matchup on this one. Is it Julie Andrews, also known as Mary Poppins, or Angela Lansbury, who played Mrs. Potts?
That's a tough one.
That's what she said.
No.
No,
Not to you, Q.
I'm pretty sure Jess has learned her lesson. She doesn't say it's a hard one anymore.
I'm gonna go with Julia Roberts.
That's not what the answer was. But okay.
There's not a Julia Roberts. There is a Julia Roberts on here somewhere.
What was the name?
Julie
Andrews.
not Robert.
I'm Mary
Julie-
Poppins, y'all.
Mary
That's-
Poppins gets a vote.
That's usually
Q.
my go-to answer. So, like, if someone asks me, "Hey, can you pick that up for me?" Julia Roberts, and I just walk away.
She screwed me up now. Julie Andrews gets a vote on that one. Q, is it Julie Andrews or Angela Lansbury?
He had me distracted.
Can we still go with Roberts? I mean, that's just as funny.
She will be on today's bracket.
That's funny. But no, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the one that has the last name of Potts.
Angela Lansbury, who played Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast. We were talking about on that one. Jeremy, Julie Andrews, Angela Lansbury.
For the sixth grader in me that loved Princess Diaries, fucking Julie Andrews all day.
For the 37-year-old me who loves Princess Diaries.
Still true.
So you
Still
love
true.
Princess Diaries, but don't like fucking Princess Bride. It makes no
Freddie.
goddamn sense.
Freddie. The boy in that movie's name is Josh Bryant. That's my brother's name.
Okay.
So you're always the bridesmaid and never the bride on that situation because you're never mind.
Oh, that's why he's salty.
Basically.
Somebody's salty.
You're in therapy
Speaking of
today.
salty, Jamie,
How you know how she
thank you, Zoe.
Okay. Thank you, Zoe. Woo! Taking a look.
Chihuahua.
I think I'm gonna go with who would I want to be my grandma, and Angela Lansbury just gives me those vibes. I come over and I can tell her anything, but she'll give me the hard truth with love. So we're going niceness with Angela Lansbury, Mrs. Potts.
It is a tie game after Jamie. Brian, is it Julie Andrews or Angela Lansbury?
The old 1980s lady in me has to say, Murder, She Wrote, Angela Lansbury all day long. My grandma sitting in front of the TV for hours watching that show with me, trying to pretend I was interested. Nope, that's how we go.
That's awesome. The old lady in me says.
I mean, at least it's the old lady in him and not him in the old lady.
Oh,
Ooh.
Hey.
That's a story for a different time.
I mean, we don't kink shame here. I'm just letting you know.
You don't know if she's a strap-on ready to go in them. Come on.
It might be an old lady. Yeah.
Turn left
Andy,
quick.
that got deep. Andy, is it Julie Andrews or Angela Lansbury?
Well, my grandma specifically watched way more movies with Julie Andrews in it. So as soon as you said Julie Andrews, I was like, I can't not pick Julie Andrews. But my partner's sitting over here like, no, that's not the answer. But I think it is. So I'm going to go with that one. Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews gets a vote, which means it's a tie-breaking decision coming down to me. I'm in the boat of Murder, She Wrote.
Come on, you love Disney though.
You want to phone a friend?
She's part of Disney too. She's Mrs. Potts.
Maybe you should call someone, get some advice on this.
No, I'm gonna go.
other
It's Mary
Disney
fucking
films
Poppins,
as
John.
well, right?
Mary
Like
fucking Poppins.
Bed Knobs and Broomsticks or something.
Oh yeah,
Wasn't she in
Bedknobs
that?
and Broomsticks was the
Yeah.
She's been in a whole bunch of stuff, but still,
Yeah.
Angela Lansbury gets my vote. It is another split decision, 4-3, going on to the next round. Q starts us off. Is it Brendan Fraser from The Mummy or Bill Murray from a whole bunch of shit?
Fuck you, Freddie.
Ooh.
I feel like.
I'm not a
Is it
Bill
about,
Murray
like,
fan.
who's the nicest or who's the shittiest? 'Cause,
Are you
like,
even human?
Me?
You said you weren't a Bill Murray fan. I'm calling out your American citizenship, your humanness. I'm calling out. Are you a UFO? Are you an alien?
No. The best part of Xanathon is when he gets shot for being stupid.
No, Brian, he's superhuman. He's superhuman. That's what he is.
Goddamn
How dare you
Zombieland.
question the greatest actor of our generation?
That stretch.
All
Not
right,
a stretch.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
All right, I'm gonna go with not Bill Murray, but Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser gets a vote on that one.
Cute.
Jeremy, is it Brendan Fraser or Bill Murray?
Freddie, I'm gonna go find a broomstick and fuck you so hard with it in that skit.
Bro, no.
You
You
keep
can go to the
offering
bank
me
and
shit,
shake the
dude, and I
tent and
keep
fuck his ass
turning you
for
down.
quarters.
But as much as I love Brendan Fraser in George of the Jungle, Doom Patrol, and every fucking thing else he's been in, it's Bill fucking Murray. It's Caddyshack. It's Ghostbusters.
No.
It's all the greatest comedy of the fucking 80s. And some of the 70s.
Right, I wasn't in the 80s.
And
Or
Zombieland.
He was in
Yeah.
Zombieland for a very small portion, and it was just
And
to
got
get shot.
And he was still
That is
in it.
all you need. He made that film in like the 5 minutes he was on there.
No, he did not. That movie was way funny up until that point, and then it ruined it.
No, it
You
didn't.
know, I never-
Bill
I never
Murray
saw
gets a
the-
vote. It is a tie game. Jamie, is it Bill Murray or
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser?
To the nicest asshole there could be, I like to say my bartending skills mirrors Bill Murray with, oh, you want one of them frou-frou drinks? Here's a shot of whiskey and shut the fuck up. It's Bill Murray. No questions asked.
I'm definitely
Bill
coming
Murray.
in asking for a fruity drink now.
You can, because I don't want to bartend.
there. That
Bill
my
Murray
vote.
gets a vote, but I have a very, very
Jolly Green
special.
shirt.
No, it's for you.
No, it wasn't.
I have a very, very special person coming in right here, and I want you guys to welcome him with awesome arms that you guys have. See if I can get him on real quick.
The BBC?
You better shut the front door. Yes, yes.
Look at who it is.
Hey, bastards, what's going on?
Nice.
Honey.
Mickey!
Hey, I'm at my niece's birthday party, but I wanted to jump in and say hello to everyone and congrats on getting close to that 100th episode. What's cracking?
We're loving
Hey,
it.
Harvey.
Thank you for the support.
Harvey,
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Brendan Fraser or Bill Murray?
For what? Just because?
Life.
It's the Hollywood Nice list.
Hollywood nicest.
Oh, Brendan Fraser.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
With Harvey will be getting my vote because Harvey is one of the nicest people I've ever met, like in general. I've never met him in person. I am planning on going to his 50th down the road, but Harvey is getting my vote, so my vote will be going to Brendan Fraser when it comes to it. But thank you for joining us, Harvey. Enjoy your day.
I will.
We
And
will-
maybe I'll see if I can drop in next week for number 100, but enjoy the
Number
rest of the
100.
episodes. Love you guys.
And
You
you
have a good day,
a
sir.
good day.
Bye.
I want my BBC back.
I want my baby set.
I was trying to. I was really trying to do that. Anyway,
The fact that you're hopping
before-
I do that.
that was Jamie's vote, correct? On that last one.
I'm pretty sure
So, okay, so Brian, it's Brian's vote next. Is it Brendan Fraser or Bill Murray?
I'm going to go with the guy who would walk up to you in the fast food restaurant, eat a French fry off your plate, and look at you and say, "No one will ever believe you," and walk away. That's Bill Murray right there.
No, dude.
Ready froze.
Oh, that's
That's
the
a-
perfect froze, too.
Okay, so question. How is that a nice thing? That's a dick move.
But that's like the best story ever if you're that guy. Like,
No,
no one
but
believes you,
like
but still, that's the best story.
But there's that too, and there's stories of him going to like college parties and stuff like that, just going in there and doing dishes and then walking out, not saying a word. And these kids are like high as hell. It's like was not believing this was freaking Bill Murray, and he just does that randomly. Granted, he's pretty much broke into somebody's house.
Yeah.
Just,
But it
nobody
happened.
invited
Yeah,
him,
he
but I'm pretty sure
probably
nobody went away.
invited.
If anybody's above the law, it's Bill Murray, evidently. Jesus.
Anyway, Andy, this is going to come down to you.
Oh,
We are talking about like Hollywood nice lists, right? Because I feel like breaking into my house to do my dishes is a little on the creepy side for me.
But wouldn't you be kind of grateful that you don't have to do the dishes though?
yeah. You're like,
I would
he
be
didn't do
kind of
anything
terrified
else.
and probably put better locks on my house.
Bill Murray is magic. He can get anywhere.
I love like everything Bill Murray's been in. So like if I was talking about just how many films of either person I've seen, I've definitely seen more Bill Murray. But I don't think he's the nicer one of the two. So I'm gonna go with Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser gets a vote, and you guys know my vote went to Brendan Fraser because of our man Harvey. So Jess, tie-breaking decision: Brendan Fraser, Bill Murray.
Brendan Fraser.
Down goes Murray.
Listen, y'all.
That,
Listen, that comment that was up, Harley, I'm shocked. I figured you would have honestly said Brendan Fraser. I don't know why. I just feel like, because I know who that is. I just figured you would have. Wow, look at that. Hello.
And another split vote. So we're not being nice today. It is Brendan Fraser moving on to the next round. Jeremy starts
actually,
us off.
aren't we kind of being nice? I mean, we're giving each celebrity a little bit of love. We're not just shutting one completely down like fuck you.
Yeah, I get your point. Anyway, Jeremy starts us off. Is it Tom Hanks? Which you will be doing a Tom Hanks bracket coming up in November, so make sure to check that one out. Is it Tom Hanks or Emma Watson?
Once again, fuck you, Freddie. And is Bill Cosby in this list?
No.
Damn.
I don't think so. At least not this week.
Go throw all my damn pudding pop jokes.
Did you ask for Bill Cosby?
Yeah, I had like 5,000 pudding pop jokes written. But
as the nicest? What?
How would you ever be
That's what I'm saying. It's like, wait, what?
He gave you a pudding pop first, at least. But Tom Hanks, it's fucking Tom Hanks all day. I mean, I love him. Emma Watson can get the big Willie anytime she wants, trust me. But fucking Tom Hanks all day for her niceness.
Tom Hanks gets to vote. Jamie, Tom Hanks, Emma Watson.
I think this deserves a fuck you. Because, I mean, look at Emma Watson, but then listen to Tom Hanks laugh. Like, it not just brings you to Toy Story because of his voice, but he's got, like, an infectious laugh. So I'm going to go with Tom Hanks.
He goes to hospitals and does Woody, dressed up as Woody, and does it for sick kids. Like, are you fucking
Good!
serious?
As he should. When somebody's in that position to be able to do so and make someone's day, just his laugh alone would make my day. So I'm going to, that's why I'm voting Tom Hanks for sure.
But
he gives Woody to kids.
Well, come on, dude. You're taking it there. I'm definitely having my extra vote hard because Harley said Tom Hanks too. So
Tom Hanks does get another vote. Brian, is it Tom Hanks or Emma Watson?
Big shout out to Harley. I think she's from the Daily Dank, but getting all the love, doing all the comments. Good way to go, Harley. Tom Hanks always reminded me of a guy when the camera's on, nicest guy in the world, but when the camera turns off, I think he could get a little like, where's my soup? Where's my stuff? I'm Tom Hanks, damn it. But then on the other side, Emma Watson grew up in Hollywood. She might have that entitlement about her. I'm going to say Tom Hanks because at least when the camera's on, he's nice. So,
hey, he played Walt Disney. He's not Walt Disney.
Oh.
Thank goodness. Tom Hanks gets another vote. Andy, Tom Hanks, Emma Watson.
I feel like this is kind of not fair because Tom Hanks is like twice Emma Watson's age, so she's only had like so much time to do nice things. Okay,
But
so in the
she
realm
does,
of
though, if you actually look at it, she does a lot of shit.
she does a lot
She's
of
also
shit.
damn it.
But Tom Hanks.
She's also
helps
had twice
kids.
the amount of time to fuck up. So
That's true. That is true. She's still got lots of time to be a dick, guys. Lots of time. But like Tom Hanks has done a lot, and he might be yelling Watson at the top of his lungs off set at whoever's supposed to be bringing him his soup. But I think he's probably overall, in general, the nicer one of the two. Tom Hanks.
Emma Watson does not get that vote. Tom Hanks does. I'm not going to let this be a sweep. I'm not.
I wasn't gonna either, so it's all right, Frank.
Okay, so I'm going to go with Emma Watson on this one. You guys said somebody said something about Tom Hanks going to like children's hospitals and doing the entire Woody shtick and everything else. Emma Watson is Hermione Granger wherever she goes. Like she can't hide from that. So she does this shit all the time. She's known for it. She's had a whole bunch of reasons to be a bitch, and she's not. Like she had to drop out of college because people kept yelling like 10 points to Gryffindor during your fucking classes.
That shit would be so funny though. Come on.
So
Gryffindor.
And I've only seen Tom Hanks be in a pissy mood one time, but it was well deserved because he was being not really attacked by paparazzi, but he was being followed, and somebody got in front of his wife, and his wife got pushed to the ground on accident. But as a husband, I'd be pissed off too, so I can't give him crap for that. But to prevent a sweep, in my own mind, Emma Watson does get my vote because she still has a whole bunch of time to do good as well. She also had good time to fuck up, but there's that. Jeffs, Emma Watson, Tom Hanks.
To be fair, Tom Hanks really that makes him a nicer person. He's sticking up for his wife. Like that doesn't make him meaner. That makes him nicer.
That does. But I'm gonna go with Emma Watson because I'm just honestly not a huge fan of Tom Hanks movies or anything like that. So I'm gonna go with Emma Watson.
You just agreed with me to disagree with me. I'm so sad.
Wasn't it Tom Hanks in that like the newer Mummy movie that was just absolutely terrible?
Tom Cruise.
That was Tom Cruise. Same person.
Yeah.
Different range.
No, it's not the same person at all.
I'm not doing anything with that, Jeremy. Come on. Anyway, Q, Tom Hanks, Emma Watson.
Yeah, I don't know. Tom Hanks just seems like the guy where, he asks for some chili, he has to have exactly like 37 beans, in a ratio of so much meat and shit. And if it's not right, he throws it back at the chef. That's a big move. So
Where's our accountant? Where's our accountant? Are we getting that tax credit yet? What the fuck?
Tom Hanks moves on 4-3. Next up, Jamie starts us off. Is it Neil Patrick Harris or Paul Rudd?
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. A fucking man that is so gorgeous that doesn't age. My dogs agree. And Neil Patrick Harris and that sarcastic bullshit. Paul Rudd. Give me Ant-Man. Give me Ant-Man.
Paul Rudd gets a vote. Brian, is it Paul Rudd or Neil Patrick Harris?
I'm actually seeing MPH right now in Brian's facial movements.
I don't know how to take that. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to say Paul Rudd, man. He seems like genuinely like just a really nice guy. Like if you just ran into him at Starbucks, he might be a little sarcastic, but he would probably give you 2 seconds of his time. Where Neil Patrick Harris, I don't know if he would do that for you.
I have no idea either way, but Paul Rudd gets that vote. Andy, Paul Rudd, Neil Patrick Harris.
I absolutely love Neil Patrick Harris. I think he's awesome. But I think that Brian might be right. I think that if you run into him in the street, he's going to be like, I don't have time for you. Because kind of a little bit of a diva. I'm going to go with that. Well, okay. So he plays the goofy, funny, sarcastic guy all the time. So in real life, he's probably like, go away.
He does stuff for LGBTQ like charities all the time in real life. Like he's huge in that shit.
He does. I feel like you can't be a celebrity and not participate in some kind of charity. Like you have
you
to.
can. Oh, you
And
can.
he does a ton of
There's
stuff.
You could, but you'd look dumb. But of course he supports that community.
Yeah.
Considering
And he's
part
also
of it, yeah.
very musically inclined, which is right up my alley. It's probably why I know way more about Neil Patrick Harris than I should, honestly. But I think honestly, Paul Rudd. I'm gonna go with Paul Rudd. That's my vote.
Paul Rudd gives a vote. I will be going for Neil Patrick Harris on this one. As Jeremy has stated, he is really big in the entire I can't do that too quickly. LGBTQ community.
That's what she asked you to do too, but you didn't listen.
You got tongue tied again.
And I'm gonna need it later. So there's that. Oh yeah. Neil Patrick Harris, but it's one of those things that I think he's been acting longer too, so you got to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's been famous longer than Paul Rudd has.
A little bit.
Because of like Doogie Howser, so he grew up in this entire thing.
And he might have had to
Rudd.
get.
Paul Rudd's a vampire. He's been around since the 1800s.
Right, okay, but listen, it's saying he probably did have to get more of a dickhead's tough skin growing up in the Hollywood limelight, like you're pointing out, Freddie.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
And-
the decision is a fuck you right now. Because
Paul
Yeah,
Rudd
it's
won't
just-
even kill bugs, guys. He
Neil
refuses
Patrick
to
Harris gets
kill
my
bugs.
vote. It's going to be over now, though. Jess, is it Paul Rudd or Neil Patrick Harris?
Paul Rudd.
Told you.
Paul
Paul
Rudd.
Rudd gets the vote and the
Thank
win.
you,
Q.
thanks. Whoa!
Honestly, looking at this picture that Jess pulled up, he just looks like he'd go beat somebody.
Neil Patrick Harris, by the way.
Look at that
Yeah.
mustache. What?
Dude, like in the movie, Million Ways to Die in the West, it was he had the best mustache ever too. So
Yeah,
It
that
was
was
fake.
really good. That was like Tom Selleck. You could pull that off, and I wouldn't make fun of you, kind of stash.
I would.
Who doesn't love a
Well,
good
that's
mustache?
because you're jealous of that mustache, Q.
anyway, Q, what was your vote?
Not Neil Patrick Harris, so Paul Rudd.
Not Neil Patrick Harris. You going for Paul Rudd on that one? Jeremy finishes out. Paul Rudd, Neil Patrick Harris.
Motherfuckers. That's all. I'm saying.
Motherfucker.
Stress smoking like a motherfucker right now. It's Barney fucking Stinson. Are you fucking kidding me? It's Barney Stinson, the greatest TV character of all fucking time.
He was not nice in that TV
Yeah,
show.
I know.
That's the
I know.
point.
You're pointing out the fact that a major dick character is doing that. No, I agree. Damn it. I wrote down the wrong name.
It would have been Neil Patrick Harris for me all fucking day. Come on, it's Barney fucking Stinson. My idol. Along
Brian
with
starts
Al
us
Bundy.
off. We have a public television beatdown on this one. Is it Bob Ross or LeVar Burton?
Oh, man.
Harvey's gonna rip you a new one.
You know what? Again, I think
I love
LeVar
this.
Burton. I think LeVar Burton is a nice guy. I think he portrays a nice guy. Where I think Bob Ross is overly nice on his segment show, whatever you want to call it. And I don't think he's like that in real life. There's no one who could be that. Hey there, little buddy, let's do the happy trees. Like, could you imagine being at AM PM and he's talking to you like that? Where LeVar Burton is like, hey, let's go read a book together. And you'd be like, okay, let's go do that, LeVar Burton. I'm going to go LeVar Burton.
Reading Rainbow. LeVar Burton gets a vote. Andy, LeVar Burton, Bob Ross.
I mean, reading Rainbow is fun and all. That's fine and dandy. But I feel like you can't be like Bob Ross and be like, oh, a happy little tree, and not have to have worked to be that happy. Like, he wasn't young and out there being like, oh, happy little tree, and now I'm gonna go murder someone. Like, he was
And
old.
that's where I'm going to hide the body, is where he paints. And his
Like,
painting
see this
career where he
little
hides
rock right
bodies.
here? There's a body under that happy little rock. No, I don't think it was like that. I think
Oh,
he
yeah,
spent
most
years
definitely.
and years and years trying to figure out how to be nice and just developed it over time, and it just stuck. Also, Bob Ross did a lot for the LGBTQ community and the AIDS foundations as well. So I'm gonna go with Bob Ross because I like painting the happy little trees.
And Q, you just gave me the next idea for my next movie. Boom. You just, I'll throw you in as a producer, but copyright Daily Dank on that, guys. I'm claiming it right now. That's a great tie-in. Ooh.
That was perfect.
Bob Ross, too, as far as supporting the LGBTQ community, he did it before it was cool. So you got to give him props on that one. I love Reading Rainbow as a show. And I think LeVar Burton is probably one of the coolest people on the planet for the show. But Bob Ross, like, if you want to just mellow out and just meet a good human, Bob Ross is a good human. He's the type of person. And I'm the type of person as well that I like to give my vote to people who are in the crowd. And Harley, who has been voting along with us the entire time, is going in for Bob Ross. She will be getting my vote as well.
Thank you,
There
Harley.
you go. Bob Ross is in the lead right now. Jess, Bob Ross, LeVar Burton.
I'll go with Bob Ross.
Gets another one away. Q, Bob Ross, LeVar Burton.
Yeah, I mean, Freddie, if you wanted to meet a nice guy and just mellow out, you can just come meet me.
What?
Ain't nothing mellow about
Yeah.
that.
What?
No, I get where it's coming from.
I know he does. Giggity.
Whoa.
Jamie should too, and so should Jeremy. I'm really upset.
So should Brian.
Yeah,
So should
Brian,
everybody
actually,
here.
Brian should
Anyway.
everybody. Damn.
Q, Bob Ross, LeVar Burton.
Oh, I'm going with Bob Ross. It'd be cool to mellow out with him.
Yeah.
Bob Ross gets the vote and the win on that one. Jeremy, Bob Ross, LeVar Burton.
I mean, to what Brian was saying, though, I can see LeVar Burton going to a bar and just being like, hey, baby, want to come home with me? I'll read you the Kama Sutra. Come on. I actually have it in my bookshelf in the living room. But yeah, I mean, 100%, I would go with LeVar fucking Burton. I mean, Harvey and DeAndre are disappointed in all you. Just saying.
Imagine LeVar Burton reading like an erotic novel.
Bigfoot erotica.
No. The books at Target right now, y'all, are about butts and pooping and farting, and those are the best books. So if Reading Rainbow did those, you're damn right I'd be watching that show every day because those books are stupid funny.
My daughter
Everybody
has a
moves.
book, and it's called "I Need a New Butt," and it's
Yes!
freaking hilarious.
I just read that at the store the other day. I read it out loud to my mom, and she goes,
Yes.
wow.
All right, Jamie, finish this off. Is it LeVar Burton or Bob Ross?
As much as I
Finish this off,
enjoy
baby.
books, I have to say Bob Ross probably has a lot of suppressed anger. I have to say he ain't painting those places really that happy. He's a really raging asshole behind closed doors, and I dig that because that is like the kind of energy I need when I get mad to start painting happy trees and bushes and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go with Bob Ross.
Yeah, I feel like I could see you doing that. You'd be like, "You happy fucking tree."
No, but Jamie's the type of person. She doesn't have like a canvas to paint happy trees. She goes out with like a can of paint and just starts painting legitimate trees in the backyard.
Art Simpson.
Putting faces on the trees. Be like, "Be happy, bitches."
Oh yeah.
All right, Andy starts us off. I told you guys Julia Roberts was in here, so fucking Harley. Jamie, this is for you. Maybe if it comes up.
So I am putting that in my Amazon cart right now.
Best looking movie you want to play with my balls or a
Oh
business.
my
Thank you, Harley.
God. I just caught that right in the nick of time.
Okay, I told you guys Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts is on the list. Here she comes up. Andy starts us off. Is it Julia Roberts or George Clooney?
Fuck you, Freddie.
Oh.
Was this some kind of like comparison of who had the best teeth?
Ooh.
Julia Roberts and George Clooney. Can I phone a friend? I don't like this one.
You can blow your load.
Giggity.
Julia Roberts or George Clooney? I would rather bang Julia Roberts.
She's a pretty woman.
She sure is.
Either Steel Magnolia than sweetest character. I'm voting just 'cause of that movie.
I don't know. I feel like both of them have the potential to be dicks like IRL, but I'm gonna go with
Doesn't
Julia
everybody
Roberts.
though?
I'm gonna go with Julia.
You're gonna go with what?
Julia Roberts.
All right, Julia Roberts gets a vote.
Mostly because earlier I was picturing her as Mary Poppins, and that's just comical.
I do not
You're
care
welcome.
about this vote, which means I'm going to go with the crowd on this one, and the crowd says George Clooney. So Harley gets my vote. George Clooney gets her vote. There's that. It's a tie game. Jess, George Clooney, Julia Roberts.
This is a major fuck you, Freddie, because I like both of them.
Oh my god.
But I do see myself watching more Julia Roberts than I do George Clooney. Although George Clooney is extremely handsome.
It's the teeth. Don't let him fool you.
But Julia Robb hurts.
You're such a dumbass.
What's your vote, Jess?
I'm gonna go Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts gets a vote. Q, Julia Roberts, George Clooney.
I'm going with Clooney.
It is a tie
Like
game,
Clooney.
Jeremy.
As much as I do appreciate George Clooney and some of the movies he's in, horrible background noise right now, just saying. But I will 100% take the pretty woman and eat, pray, and love between her thighs all day. So Julia Roberts.
My God.
I could see the logic in that. I mean, you know.
I mean, it's there. It adds up. It makes sense.
Julia Roberts gets a vote. Jamie, Julia Roberts, George Clooney.
Where my mind went was definitely fuck you, because George Clooney back in the ER days when I watched that show with my mom, and Julia Roberts back in Steel Magnolias. That was like an amazing movie back in the day. For some reason, that movie stuck with me. That character stuck with me. So that's why I'm going to vote for Julia Roberts.
That Magnolia wouldn't be still when I'm done.
With the win, that vote goes to Julia Roberts. Brian, finish this one out. Julia Roberts or George Clooney?
You know what? I'm going to have to say Julia Roberts. George Clooney is too political nowadays, and you know that ain't nice. Nothing nice is coming with politics, so got to go Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts moves on 5-2. Next up, I start us off to finish out the first half of round one. Is it Adam Sandler or Steve Carell?
Fuck you, right in the fucking ass, Freddie.
This is actually a relatively easy vote for me.
I'm the same way. Like I'm a fan of Steve Carell. Don't get me wrong. He's much better than like Will Ferrell, but Adam Sandler, he's the type of person that you could tell by the way he dresses and stuff like that he's never really let fame get to him. He's a down to earth type kind of dude. So I'm gonna have to go with Adam Sandler on this one. Jess, Adam Sandler, Steve Carell.
Yeah, this is a really easy vote, and it's Adam Sandler.
Wow. Can't believe you went that way.
Q.
Adam Sandler, most definitely.
That's what
I'm
I
not a
thought.
big fan.
Jeremy.
Where's that broomstick I need, Freddie? Fuck you. 100%. See, I think Steve Carell is a dick when he's meet him in real life, from what I've heard about fans meeting him. But Adam Sandler, I feel like he'd smoke a joint with you and fucking just be talking about daily shit with you. So Adam Sandler.
You would.
I mean, but that's just comic gold, though.
I mean, I'd like Q get eaten by a shark.
I just really enjoyed that in my head for some reason too.
Dum, dum, dum.
Oh my God! Shut up, Mark. You know what
Wow.
to do. Listen, My friends are nice. Congratulations for something.
Jamie made me do it.
No, he knows what he's congratulating for. He's just being difficult. So thank you, Mark. Oh, that's great. But of course you guys voted for Adam Sandler. Of course you did. If you did not just see the cutest video of a toddler throwing a fit with her parents from Michael Scott recently in The Office, I mean, it was pretty adorable. And well, I feel like we have all get hurt or yell really loud, we all now scream Kelly Clarkson because of him. So we are going to give it to Steve Carell.
Steve Carell gets a vote.
I mean, I just took a different way yell Kelly Clarkson, but I don't get hurt. But okay.
Yeah, I was about to say. Let's say something gets busted.
Ooh.
Brian, Steve Carell, Adam Sandler.
I'm going to go Adam Sandler only because a few years back he actually came into our little town where I live, stopped at a mom and pop restaurant, ate there, hung out for like 2 hours, did the whole stick, didn't complain about it at all, got back and headed back on the road. And everyone who met him there said that he was just the nicest guy and actually took time out of his way. And for a celebrity to stop at a mom and pop restaurant, you know, I figured a lot of them probably don't do that. So got to go Adam Sandler.
He's a small town East Coast boy. Of course he did.
Yeah. Adam Sandler gets to vote. Andy, finish this off. Is Adam Sandler or Steve Carell?
To be completely fair, I don't know too much about Steve Carell or really that much about anything he's done, but I do know that Adam Sandler is like involved in like 20 different charities or some shit. And he's always doing stuff like what they were just talking about, like just walking into random like mom and pop shops and shit. And I feel like he's a little gruff and a little not politically correct, like ever. But I don't know. I feel like he's got a little heart in there. And he just, yeah. I think he's all soft and gooey on the inside and just puts on this like I'm almost a tough guy comedy act thing. And that's about it. I'm going to go with Adam Sandler. And because it'd be funny to watch somebody get eaten by a shark, no matter what the comments say.
I do agree. I did not conform to the crowd. Adam Sandler is coming to Iowa in October. I'm not paying for them tickets, Mr. Sandler. That's ridiculous. Not for nosebleed. So if you would be nice, I would change my vote.
So
next round if you send me tickets.
I have to ask. Do you guys think Adam Sandler's hung like a fucking horse, or do you think he actually has a pinky-sized penis?
I don't think I've ever thought about it.
Well, I'm like in like a lot of his movies, there's always a joke about him having a small penis.
Oh, he might really have one then.
No,
that's my boy. No, that's my boy.
But see, he always had really hot wives though. So you think the really hot wives would put up with this really small penis?
Yeah.
Funny or
If
not?
he has a lot of money, yeah.
Collection of boys that he just puts
Okay,
around
yeah.
him.
I mean, Jess does.
One.
He was pretty famous.
There's
Funny.
about to say there's no BDE here. So anyway, Adam Sandler moves on to the next round. 6-1. We'll be right back right after this break.
Nobody answered my question.
I don't know the answer to it. Jeremy, Brian, or Andy, do you have any kind of ads today?
Always.
I'm gonna let Jeremy go first, but Brian and Andy, considering you guys haven't had a chance to do one in a while, explain a little bit about who you are and what you're doing here, except for Brian because he's a bastard as well. But
Yeah, for sure.
at the end of the first round, I'll give you guys the ability to do that. But Jeremy, what you up to?
Well, right now I'm Paranormal the Normal. Fucking background noise. Mute whoever has the wind. There we go. Over on Paranormal the New Normal, we now have a fucking first horror movie bracket coming up, I believe, in about 5 days. Fuck, is it 5 days? Shit. Next weekend, I think. But it is the first part of the slasher horror movie bracket. And 25 parts, actually. So fuck me. But I have watched about 30 slashers for this, and about 10% of them have been good. Just to say that right now. So come check out what's going to be a fucking hilarious-ass bracket of people making fun of horrible movies, and all the other cool episodes we have on the regular, including a shitload of one-on-one brackets coming up. Conspiracies and cults are actually the top runners right now. So, and you might see a few faces from this group on the one-on-ones coming up soon, too. Yes, Miss Jamie. And Q, if he ever fucking answers my messages. But coming up soon on Paranormal Normal, wherever you find podcasts.
Welcome back for the second half of round one. It looks like Chess starts us off. I'll give you Betty White versus George Takei.
Betty White.
Do you know who George Takei is?
Nope.
No.
Oh my.
I don't think it matters though.
He's still on fucking Star Trek.
Yeah.
Who?
Betty
The
White
Asian
gets
guy
a
from the original
vote.
Star Trek.
Is he still alive?
Star Trek. So who fucking cares?
This is all at Q, not Jess. Fuck
You
you.
disappoint me once again.
I do.
Betty
do
White
my
gets a
best.
vote. Q. Betty White, George Takei.
I guess I'm gonna have to go with Betty White. I feel like she was kind of a bitch, but she was a sarcastic, funny bitch, so it made it okay.
Betty White gets another vote. Jeremy.
All I can say to all this blasphemy is, oh my. It's got to be fucking George Takei. He's done so much for so many people. The LGBTQ community, once again. I mean, he's a forerunner in it.
Jamie. Betty White, George Takei.
I'm actually gonna give it to George, bud. Giving it to George over here. So, I mean, I'm not saying Betty White is nice. Rest in peace, my lady, because she was cool as shit. But I ain't gonna be mad at whoever wins this one. I'll be honest.
You should be mad. You could have helped Betty White move on.
Calm down, killer. You don't even know who George was, okay?
I don't care. He's curious to me.
Brian, is it George Takei or Betty White?
So I think I can get away with saying this because I am one myself. I think George Takei is a bit of a dick. Like just his overall attitude, and if we're going nicest, I mean Betty White is just like oozes niceness. Or I mean, like if you're a dick, you're a dick, and like I said, I am one, so I can call him that. But yeah, I think he has underlining like just in his average tone. Oh my, and things like that. It's just.
You think it's like a size complex for him? I think it is.
How many? Not to go into Jeremy's world here, but how many times do you think when men have pulled down his pant or their pants, has he done that? Oh my! Just out of like in the bedroom, just for shits and giggles.
Sure.
That would drive me up instantly.
Betty White gets a vote. Andy, is it Betty White or George Takei?
I just had so many thoughts. Brian, thank you for those, Brian. I'm gonna go with Betty White. It's gonna be Betty White. Just Betty White. I'm gonna stop thinking about everything else right now.
The smell of Old Spice and leather fills the room. No.
Oh my.
Betty White moves on to the next round, 5-2. Another cat fight on that one. Q starts us off. But first.
Hi, Sarah.
And comments, catching up on comments. Hollis is in comments again. Betty White would roast the fuck out of you with the sweet grandma smile. She really would.
And then offer you a butterscotch
from her purse. Betty White's a badass. Q starts us off. Is it Carrie Fisher or Robin Williams?
Ooh. It would start with him.
This can't be any more perfect.
Do you know who Carrie Fisher is first?
No, but I'm going for her automatically. She's Star Wars.
Are you sure? She's Princess Leia.
She has to do something else. I guarantee she's not all Star Wars.
She's known for Princess Leia. That is her number one thing.
Jane Silent
General
Back too. Jane Silent Strike Back too. She was in that.
So
Carrie Fisher for Star Wars.
She's only in like 6 of them.
She was the nun in James Silent Bob's right back there, eaten up by Jay in the car.
Cool. I was looking on Carrie Fisher just because of my my current history with Robin Williams.
You are such an asshole.
How?
Carrie or Robin Williams?
Oh, she was in Charlie's Angels too.
See?
Who'd you say, Freddie? I couldn't hear you in the background noise.
Was it Jeremy? Is it Robin Williams or Carrie Fisher?
Well, one, fuck you, Freddie, for this fucking matchup right here. But sorry, Robin. Gotta leave you hanging. I'm going Carrie Fisher.
That's horrible.
Why you gotta point it out?
Because it is.
I'm a bastard.
Jamie, Robin Williams, Carrie Fisher.
I really don't know why. I've always gotten the feeling that Carrie Fisher isn't always the nicest person, or wasn't. But I feel that way with Robin Williams too, because he was tired of always being nice. He was tired of putting that happy little face on. That's why you got to check on your happy people, as Dre says. But I'm gonna go ahead and agree with Harley. Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher gets another vote. Brian, Carrie Fisher, Robin Williams.
That's a tough one. Jamie brought up a lot of good points. I'm going to have to say Robin Williams because he had such a good relationship with that gorilla. And I think a gorilla could pick up on if you weren't a good person or if you were. And so I'm going to go with the gorilla, Robin Williams.
Did you not see how good a relationship Carrie Fisher and those Ewoks had? God damn it.
That's true.
The gorilla may have liked Carrie too. You don't know.
I don't know. I'm making a lot of assumptions on this show. I'm sorry.
Robin Williams gets a vote. Andy, Robin Williams or Carrie Fisher?
So I know Robin Williams did a lot of stuff with St. Jude and children's hospitals and things like that. And I know that Carrie Fisher did a lot of stuff with mental health, which is probably why you think maybe she wasn't the nicest person off screen, because bipolar does that shit to some people. I'm gonna go for Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher gets the
vote. Harvey would have a heart attack right now.
Carrie Fisher gets the vote and the win. I'm gonna go with Robin Williams, but first going back to comments. Hollis Ray's in comments. Badassery isn't what we are weighing, so not sure if my vote for Carrie Fisher counts. But Robin Williams is so much for people, and of course Harley. Robin seems so nice. But yeah, my vote go to Robin on this one. He did mean so much for so many people. He did stuff for children all the time too, and that's my main thing, especially cancer patients for kids, and stuff like that. You always see that stuff going on. Jess, finish this out. Is it Robin Williams or Carrie Fisher?
I'm going with Robin Williams.
You suck.
Yes, I do.
Giggity, giggity.
Carrie Fisher moves on in a 4-3 split. We'll be facing another 4-3 split in the next round. Jeremy starts us off. Is it Tom Holland or Mr. Rogers?
I mean, we've all heard those rumors of Mr. Rogers having gang tats underneath his fucking button down and everything. And I don't know. I feel like he's the kind of guy that might went home at night and done some stuff to his wife. So Tom Holland's a nice little innocent boy who he fucking lands Zendaya. So fucking Tom Holland.
Tom Holland gets a vote. Jamie, Tom Holland, Mr. Rogers.
I think it's cliche to vote Mr. Rogers, and I'm not just doing that because I don't like being a part of the crowd. I just don't know if he was genuinely always that damn nice, because who can be that calm all the time? I'm gonna go with Tom Holland just because he does seem nice. I don't know. He just gives off that vibe, I guess.
Brian, Tom Holland, Mr. Rogers.
I was going to vote the same as Jamie. I was thinking about it. Tom Holland just seems like a goofy kid, but he hasn't had as much time to make mistakes and get bitter. And where, Mr. Rogers was older, so if he was going to be bitter, it would have just come out. I think overall, Mr. Rogers. I'm going to go with the flow, Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers gets a vote. Andy.
I don't go with the flow normally. I'm not a fan of doing that. If there's a chance for me to go against the flow, I will. However, Tom Holland's like 12. He hasn't really done a whole lot. And also, he seems like kind of a dick sometimes. And Mr. Rogers may or may not have been a dick at some point in time. But what I know about him is that he did a lot for like kids' education and shit. So I'm going to go with Mr. Rogers on this one. Not just because he had the cool train set on his little TV show, but like for reasons.
Mr. Rogers gets her vote. Mr. Rogers gets my vote. And to answer Jeremy's question, no, he did not have gang tattoos. He did not have military tattoos either because he was in the service before he joined the show. He was super tight with his family too. Like his the entire sweaters he worn was like made by his mom. Like he didn't buy those; those were made by his mom, like freaking handmade and everything else. And he taught like a couple generations of kids to be nice. He was one of the first people to I was the first to have a black man and a white man in the same pool together on a TV show, crossing barriers, which made a shit ton of people feel welcome. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Mr. Rogers on this. It's just for breaking down barriers. Jess, Mr. Rogers or Tom Holland?
I'm going with Tom Holland. Him and Zendaya are so cute together.
And plus, Zendaya is every man's dream at this point.
Q has a tie-breaking decision. And with that tie-breaking decision, he also has the ability to know who is facing in the next round. Q, do you want to know this information?
I like going all in the dark, so no, I'm good.
Okay. Is it Mr. Rogers or Tom Holland?
Tom Holland just looks like he's an asshole. So I'm going Rogers.
Rogers gets the vote. That surprised me that it went that far, to be perfectly honest. It is a split vote. It'll be facing another split vote in the next round. Jeremy starts this off, and I'm actually kind of glad he does because Jeremy, like me, and Jamie, and I think Brian as well, are wrestling fans.
I used to be.
Is it Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson or Mick Foley?
Somebody go give me a candlestick so I can fuck Freddy with it. God damn it!
Really fuck Freddy a lot, don't you? Why don't you just
bigger than yours?
I was going to fuck him.
I got a hey, we don't fetish shame here. I got an object insertion fetish for Freddy. What can I say? But
either way, you still want to fuck him. Because you say it a lot.
There's nothing wrong with that. Freddy's a nice looking guy.
It's more about the pain concept. But 100% fucking Mick Foley, Dude Love, Mankind, Cactus Jack, whatever you want to fucking call him. It's fucking Mick Foley. He's done so much for kids in hospitals and shit. Like, I mean, The Rock's a nice guy, but he's too busy with Hollywood to be fucking out there doing shit all the time.
Mick Foley gets a vote. Jamie, Dwayne Johnson or Mick Foley?
I don't have a fuck you to give on this one because I like them both, and you're not worth the fuck you right now, Freddie. You're not, because you let Jeremy start twice. I should have started that one off. Kidding.
Should have.
I think because of The Rock's recent return, I'm going to give my vote to him.
Mick Foley's too old.
He was there for one show.
So?
Some return. That's an appearance.
He pretty much crossed the entire picket line to do it too.
Well, okay, here's the reason why. Is because every time I'm out in public and my friends seem to have this full-blown conversation with me about wrestling, it always ends up with The Rock's going to come back. How do you feel about that? Why do you guys got to ask me that? Why? And so he finally came back. So I'm like, now can you guys shut up? I love my friends, but The Rock came back to shut us up.
I don't really personally want The Rock to come back, and unless it's to remove the belt from Roman, I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Exactly.
And I don't even want him to have the belt. I just don't want it on Roman because that entire title line sucks.
Friday, maybe it'll be time that Roman gets back.
Brian, is it Dwayne Johnson or Mick Foley?
You know what? I'm still bitter at The Rock over that WrestleMania where CM Punk was going in as champion. And this is back then. Take out whatever you think of him now. And you had the Ultimate Undertaker versus CM Punk set up championship versus streak. It was going to be the best main event ever. And The Rock had to come back, beat CM Punk, and go on to face John Cena. And then you had whatever the other match you had. But it was all lined up for that. So I'm bitter at The Rock. He doesn't get my vote. We're going Mick Foley all day, every day.
Andy, is it Mick Foley or Dwayne Johnson?
For so many reasons, Mick Foley. Absolutely Mick Foley. I think the first reason I decided I was a fan of Mick Foley was when he was like, it was like the Unslut Project or something like that, and it was like he supported like trying to squash slut shaming, and that was like years before that became like a popular thing to do. And I was like, yes, go Mick Foley, and he's got daughters, so like that's a thing. All right,
that does raise a lot of great points.
Mick Foley gets a vote. Mick Foley gets another vote. For those doing the math right now, it means Mick Foley is moving on to the next round with the fourth vote, taking out The Rock in the first round. Jess, is it Dwayne Johnson or Mick Foley?
I'm going with Dwayne Johnson.
You just
Mick
like
Foley shoved his cum sock in people's mouths.
And The Rock just
that
got
is
it.
not a nice thing to do to people.
The Rock just got Mr. Socko.
That is just terrible. I'm going with The Rock. God.
It goes
They
back
had to trust you.
It goes back to, would you warn someone there was a shark or let the shark eat him just because it
I'd
was
let the
funny?
shark eat him just to laugh at it.
Yeah. Would you watch your friend get a cum sock in his mouth just because it was funny?
No, that's gross.
You would.
It depends on the friend, to be
like
honest.
Stifler drinking it.
Like
Jamie.
Stifler drinking the cum. Yeah, that's gross.
Jamie, we have the battle of two Steves coming up, and you're starting us off. Is it Steve Irwin or Steve Harvey?
Steve Irwin or Steve Harvey? That mustache against the Croc Slayer.
Croc lover, he didn't slay them.
I'm just giving it a little bit of finesse of a name over here, there, bud. Don't ruin
The Croc Chamber.
You're thinking of Crocodile Dundee.
We're gonna go with Steve Harvey. I like the little perverted punny bullshit that we give to because I don't really care on this one. I really don't, because whoever they move on to next, I'm probably gonna vote him out. Because Steve Irwin and all, I'm just over all that. So we'll give it to Harvey and the mustache.
Does Harvey have a mustache?
On a good
I can
night,
almost guarantee you. I can almost guarantee you that it will not. Whoever wins this will not be leaving round two. Left in round two at least. That was Jamie. Brian, is it Steve Harvey or Steve Irwin?
Steve Irwin, man, come on, he just oozed niceness. I don't think that guy had a mean bone in his body. That guy, just everything he did. Alligator bites him in the hand. Oh, you little slippery devil. You know, there was never any like anger out. I think I gotta go Steve Irwin, man.
The only mean bone he had in his body was a tail from the freaking stingray when he died.
But
Andy, Steve Harvey, Steve Irwin.
It's kind of a difficult one, honestly, because like I care a little, but I don't care enough to really know that much about any of the extra stuff that they did, and they both seem kind of nice. I do like the concept of, ooh, there's something scary. Let's go touch it. So, Irwin.
all my exes would agree with you on that.
Irwin gets on that one. I'm gonna try to take this away from Jeremy because I know Jeremy's gonna make a Steve Harvey joke. So Steve Irwin will be getting my vote just because of that. And Jess, Steve Irwin, Steve Harvey.
I'm going with Steve Irwin.
Blimey.
The vote and the win. Q.
Oh my god, I'm going for Steve Harvey. Just because it's got Harvey's name in it, and Harvey doesn't like Steve Harvey, and it's funny.
And Jeremy, finish this out.
See, I feel bad. Mute yourself, Freddie. I feel bad for Steve Irwin because he couldn't get into the Devil's Halloween party on South Park because they didn't believe it was actually him because they thought it was a costume and they kept saying too soon. But Steve Harvey is our good friend Harvey's favorite person in the world besides another famous actor. So I got to go with Steve Harvey for him. And plus, the fucking shit they come up with on Family Feud because it's Steve Harvey. Like, the freaking questions they ask. Like, one of the answers at one point was literally ride Steve's face or ride Steve's mustache. So, like, shit. I'll take that all day.
Steve Harvey stays in round one. Steve Irwin moves on to face a 5-2 victory. And then last one. Brian starts us off. Is it Dolly Parton or Elton John?
Fuck you!
exactly.
Freddie.
You know what? I don't have a dog really in this fight. Like, I don't lean. I'm going to say Dolly Parton.
Well, there's a dog right there you might be able to have. I don't know about that yet, but we'll see.
I got a dog for this fight, but she's not a fighter. She's
No.
Yeah, Dolly Parton.
Elton John.
Oh, my screen froze for a second. That's so many things just like went through my brain all at the same time. I was like, oh yeah, Dolly. Oh yeah, Elton John. But Dolly, definitely Dolly.
Not gonna lie, I dead ass thought you were about to flash the screen there with where your hands went. Like you literally went like, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Trying
Dolly,
to distract her. I'm gonna go Dolly Parton as well in this one. One of her charities that I don't know what Elton John does for charities. I know Dolly Parton has an entire charity where she buys books for kids across the world. And it's not something that she promotes either. It's something like under her name. It's not, her name's not really attached to it. She just does it to do it. Because she grew up in a home that reading wasn't really put up on a pedestal like it really should have been. So she had a struggle going on. So Dolly Parton gets my vote. Jess.
I'm going with Dolly Parton. I was actually going to mention about the reading thing too.
No, you weren't.
I was actually.
Get out of here.
Fuck you.
There's at least 3 people here that probably wouldn't.
Anyway, Harley agreed with us on that one. On the same one on that one. Q, is it Dolly Parton or Elton John?
I'll go Dolly just because it's better to say than Elton. I don't like Elton. Elton, I don't like, it's an ugly name.
You just like Dolly for her boobs.
I mean, that's possible too, but
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I like Dolly's boobs too.
Oh, whiskey.
get drunk off them titties.
I'm guessing it's my vote, Freddie. And I mean, yes, Dolly, I do want to be part in those boobs, but I've been working 9 to 5, and all I can say is I'm still standing. So fucking Elton John all day.
You actually work at 9 to 5, or do you just work an 8-hour day?
I work 8:30 to 5:30, but yeah, same idea.
Elton John gets a vote on that one. Jamie, Elton John, Dolly Parton.
I'm gonna go Dolly.
Wait, who names their kid Dolly?
In a
Dolly's like
sixth
so much
round
more
vote, Dolly Parton moves on to the next round. Looks like Andy starts us off. Is it two musicians on this one? Is it Lin-Manuel Miranda or Will Smith?
or Will Smith.
This list was made before the Oscars 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure. But
I am not entirely sure who the first person is.
Hamilton. He wrote Hamilton.
He wrote Hamilton. He wrote In the Heights. He's a writer. He's a songwriter on a whole bunch of different Disney movies.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's very he wrote Moana, for instance.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes everything.
Because everything's better where it's wetter, or maybe that's the wrong movie.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, so that's more difficult now because you've explained to me who this person is, and now I know who this person is. And I was gonna say Will Smith because I knew about Will Smith, but I like this guy better. So it's this guy for sure, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
See, Andy, we have a tradition on Bastards that Will Smith gets voted through every round.
Yeah, but Lin-Manuel Miranda gets a vote. As a fan of Lin-Manuel Miranda, I'm going to be voting for him as well. And I've seen what he's done for the arts, and I'm a fan of the arts. I've always have been a fan of the arts. So it'll be getting my vote. Yes, Will Smith or Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I was gonna vote for Will Smith just because of Harvey, but after knowing who that other person is with all that, I'm going with that person. However you pronounce the name.
This is why you don't give people information, Freddie.
Lin-Manuel Miranda gets a vote. Q. Will Smith, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Bro, it's got to be Big Willie, obviously. He's probably the nicest guy on the planet.
As long as you don't talk about his wife.
Right. I mean, but hey, does that make him more nice for sticking up for his wife?
Speaking of that,
maybe less violently on that side.
Will Smith, for two reasons. Punching someone to defend your wife. And I'm pretty sure that was a slap, major slap, by the way. Nicest goal. Second reason, Lin-Manuel Miranda might be a bit annoying in person.
I can see that. I can see
I mean, wouldn't you have to be a little annoying to write things like Encanto and Moana?
And hardly agrees with them. So there's that. Anyway, Jeremy, is it Will Smith or Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Lin-Manuel Miranda is a decent screenwriter. He's no Matt and Trey. Book of Mormon is 100 times better than Hamilton will ever be. But I will gladly say that Will Smith is one of the nicest people on earth. And just keep his wife's name out of your mouth. That's all I got to say. Keep his wife's name out of your mouth. But that goes for anybody. You talk shit about my wife, you're going to get your ass slapped down like a motherfucker. So, come on now.
What's his wife's name?
It doesn't matter.
Jada.
You're not allowed to say it.
Damn it.
Her name is Fish Mooney. He played a great role in Gotham.
Judah. That's what it is. Jamie, is it Will Smith or Lin-Manuel Miranda?
I just want to have you say Lin-Manuel Miranda because I have no idea how to spell it. I'm just spelling it like all my friends' names. Anyway, I was gonna have to look up who this person was until you guys gave a good little synopsis. I am going to vote for all of that name. 3 names and one.
All of that name.
All of that name. Lin-Manuel Miranda moves on with the 4th vote. But Brian, what is yours?
one of my favorite places to gamble is San Juan Miguel. No, what's the guy's name? I'm sorry. There was a casino here.
Yeah, Will Smith and Manuel Miranda.
I'm gonna go with Miranda. I think, you know what, I'm not a fan of Will Smith. I've always thought that he has a little underlined D in him. Oh, and and yeah, I'm gonna go with the other guy.
That little D is DJ Jazzy Jeff, buddy.
5-2 vote, and Manuel on to the next round to face another. Last up inside of the bracket, I started. I start us off. Is it Morgan Freeman or Beyonce? How in the hell Beyonce made it to this list? I have no freaking clue. This woman, even though like I gave her props for being a magician when it comes to business. Granted, her husband's a magician too, so that works in her favor. But I don't ever see her anything but being catty unless she's at a charity event for something, which kind of bothers me. But Morgan Freeman is like, he's the voice of God, and he did the entire Penguins movie, the March of the Penguins and everything else. And I don't know about either of these people being nice in their lives, but I'm gonna go with Morgan Freeman. I just kind of have to. Jess, Morgan Freeman or Beyonce?
I'm going Morgan Freeman.
Thank you.
It's got to be Morgan Freeman. I mean, listen to that voice.
I was waiting for a single ladies comment. Jeremy.
Well, I mean, the only good thing about Beyonce is that she got Kurt to sing Single Ladies on Glee multiple times. That's the only good thing about her. So I will 100% go for Morgan Freeman because Stand By Me is one of the best fucking movies ever.
Jamie, Morgan Freeman, Beyonce. Brian?
You know what? I gotta go Morgan Freeman. I don't know a whole lot about Beyonce. I just remember there was stuff about when she was in Destiny's Child, the other ones didn't get paid and she did, and so I mean that can't be very nice. So we gotta go Morgan Freeman.
And Andy, finish us up. It's Beyonce or Morgan Freeman.
I love Beyonce's music, but as far as I know, she really hasn't done that much for like people in general. So definitely Morgan Freeman.
In our first sweep to close out this side of the bracket, Morgan Freeman moves on to the next round. We'll be right back right after this break. Brian, you've been gone for a while. Tell us what you got going on, and I'll actually be right back. I got to go find a charger.
Back in and back out while you're doing that.
All right. Hey, guys, what's happening? I am Brian from thedailydank.com. We have a bunch of different channels all over the social media. Check out our YouTube, The Daily Dank. We do several shows. We do every morning, 7:10 a.m., Wakey Wakey. We are a cannabis entertainment show, so if you like to smoke, come check us out. We do the 7:10 show, and then, of course, we do a 420 podcast. We do Movie Mondays, Paranormal Tuesday, Weed Wednesday, all of the above, guys. Come check us out. We do weekly giveaways. We have a great time. Check it out next Monday, guys. I'm launching my Elevated Perspective podcast, and my first guest sit-down interview, Nikola Tesla AI. And yeah, that's right. I'm sitting down and he's talking and he's moving and I'm finishing it. Yeah, we talk about Edison. We talk about aliens. We talk about the pyramids, and he gives me answers as if he was Nikola Tesla. So that's probably going to be one of very many if this goes good. So check that out. And also we have a lot of sit down interviews that are going to be launching after that with people from all walks of life, guys. basically the whole purpose of the thing is to elevate our minds, learn about new cultures, new situations, so we can eliminate fear. That's how you do it, right? So yeah, join us at dailydank.com and elevate our minds, guys. Come on, we're talking horror all month too. October, Universal Monsters, we're getting in on Movie Monday. We just tackled Dracula, or no, a Frankenstein, and then this Monday we're gonna do Dracula, guys. We have a food theme. We have our AI celebrity chef come in and whip up some stuff. So yeah, check it out. We're doing all sorts of crazy stuff over there.
Did Freddie go to the store to get a charger? Like, what the fuck?
I think so.
We're gonna just take over the show here, folks.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, we can just take. I wrote down the bracket. We'll just move on. I'm kidding.
You know what I do? I do want to give a shout out. Harley's in here right now. So Harley's birthday, guys, is on the 14th, and she has a channel called the Mod Squad that she's part of. She's giving away for her birthday. If you just tune in, go check out the Mod Squad on YouTube. A dual sign Scream autograph. It's Matthew Lillard and Skeet. And she's giving it away for her birthday. And all you got to do is jump on the Mod Squad and watch the show. And they'll, give everyone a number. And whoever gets the number gets it. I've seen it. It's freaking sweet. If you like Scream, check that out. And wish her a happy birthday as well.
Wow, that'd be sweet as hell.
The
Yeah,
14th.
Like that.
That's
Yeah, the
ironic,
14th.
dude.
Why?
That's the same day as our fucking serial slasher bracket part 1.
Hey, look at that. Nice.
Woo,
Nice.
that's perfect.
Shit, that's awesome.
I'm enjoying that. I'm down for it.
But I gotta move that because there's a Weird Al bracket the same day later that night.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look at that. What you got
Oh.
going on there, sir?
Frey wants to play with the screwballs. Balls.
He did go to the store to get the charger. Got a bottle while he was there.
No, I forgot I had to sit down here, and it's been sitting in my little cubby hole over there. I just never get a chance to enjoy it anymore. But anyway, Andy,
Yeah.
do you have anything to promote there?
Oh, right now is a good time?
Go for it.
Awesome. All right. My name is Andy. Hey, guys. I am a new bracket bastard-ish, second time on the show. Hey. But I am part of a band called Don't Call Me Lady, and we mostly perform out in the Louisville, Kentucky area because that's where I live. But we are currently working on a couple of songs, and you can find our music on Don't Call Me Lady on Facebook and TikTok, and Don't Call Me Lady Music on Instagram. And I'm really excited to show you guys, for all of you people who are actually looking, I have a music room set up now with all my stuff and some microphones. We just got some new equipment and things are going great. So if you get the chance and you like duo style folk alt rock music, look me up.
Hey, but if I can't call you lady, is it okay if I call you Mamacita?
Sure.
Oh, Mamacita.
Welcome back for round 2. It looks like Jess will be starting us off on this one. Do we have Keanu Reeves or Carrie Fisher?
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, fuck you, Freddie.
Keanu Reeves gets a vote. Q.
I guess I will go with. I guess I'll go with Reeves. Just 'cause I can't give someone from Star Wars 2 votes in a row.
Oh, my force powers didn't work that time. Damn it.
I really do not understand how you jump all over the damn board with these odds.
Jeremy.
Didn't hear,
Going
Didn't hear-
on brackets.
I gotta give it to Carrie Fisher. She was nice to those Ewoks. Keanu's dog got killed. That's not nice.
All right, Jeremy, is the background noise still there?
Nope, gone.
Okay, I need new headphones.
Been telling
That's
you
why.
that for a while.
Well, I don't know if it's a new headphones type thing, or I just need to clear out the little spout on my phone or something like that. But at least this way I can keep the freaking mic thing on, whatever. So vote for Carrie Fisher. I'm assuming there, Jeremy.
Oh, does the forest go dark and light, Freddie? Come on.
Okay. Jamie, Keanu Reeves, Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher, because I still don't know how you're filling out your brackets, you bastard.
I've already shown you there, love.
I know, and I redid it, and it's still not that way. You're weird.
Brian, Carrie Fisher, Keanu Reeves.
You know what? I just thought of this Keanu Reeves bit short that I seen yesterday, where a fan, sees him in the street, and it's like a 12-year-old, and says, "Hey, can you throw the football with me?" And he does. So I mean, that's a nice guy right there. And it just happened a couple of days ago. Got to go Keanu Reeves. Oh,
Falco, baby. Keanu Reeves gets a vote. Andy, Keanu Reeves, Carrie Fisher.
I know. I feel like in my soul, I am aware that Keanu Reeves is probably actually a really awesome human being. But I really like that Carrie Fisher did a lot for mental health because, like, that's important. Well, for me specifically, that's important. I love psychology and mental health is a passion for me. So Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher gets a vote. Keanu Reeves gets the win. As far as niceness, I'm going to go with Keanu Reeves on this one. Mental health aside, I've heard rumors and seen videos where Carrie Fisher is just actually kind of a bitch, and I appreciate the reasons why she was being a bitch during that time, and I appreciate her attitude on that. I do agree with the mental health aspect on that one. I'm actually wearing a Valhalla Project shirt currently underneath my jersey because I just got off work. So, but Keanu Reeves, and that's a good charity to go support. If you get a chance to check out the Valhalla Project, and go check that one out. 4-3, Keanu Reeves moves on to the next round. Jeff started that one off, so Q starts this one off. Is it Brendan Fraser or Mr. Rogers?
Fraser. Rogers is actually an asshole.
Brendan Fraser gets a vote. Jeremy, Brendan Fraser, Mr. Rogers.
Oh, now I can finally go to my boy from Doom Patrol. So Brendan Fraser.
Jamie.
Brendan Fraser and who?
Mr. Rogers.
Oh, I'm going to go with Brendan Fraser because I almost felt bad not voting for the nice guy last time. Almost had remorse.
Brian.
You know what? I'm going to have to agree. Brendan Fraser. I felt bad last time, but you know what? All the way, Brendan Fraser. Seems like a good nice guy.
Brendan Fraser gets the vote and the win. Andy.
Is this a sweep?
No.
No?
Of
course not.
It currently
you guys
is.
couldn't let that happen. There's no way.
It currently is a sweep. It is 4-0 right now, but it's not gonna end up being a sweep, especially with people.
It's not gonna be a sweep because
okay,
Fraser,
well, Brendan
I'm gonna
Fraser.
take the broom and shove it up Freddie's ass.
Brandon.
Fraser gets the vote. I'm gonna go Mr. Rogers on this one.
Fuck you, Freddie.
I personally think a lot of the Brendan. I love Brendan Fraser. I love his movies. I love his just what he does in life. But I think a lot of the love he's getting lately is because he's been scorned by Hollywood for so many years because he spoke up on something that really should have been spoken up a long time ago, and he got shit for it. He got blackballed for it. But if you think nice people in the world, I can't let Mr. Rogers get shut out. I just can't. Like there's you think Mr. Rogers, you think of Mr. Rogers when you think of like the nicest people in the world. Not now because he's dead, but there's that point. Mr. Rogers will be getting my vote on that one. Jess, Mr. Rogers or Brendan Fraser?
I'm gonna pick Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Caveman breathing.
Brendan Fraser moves on in a 6-1 vote. I'm the lone vote, and I'm okay with that on that one. Somebody's calling me. I don't care.
Should be President Biden, bro.
Next up, Jeremy starts us off. Is it Paul Rudd or Steve Irwin?
I'm still pissed that Paul Rudd took out NPH, so Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin gets a vote. Jamie?
Paul Rudd.
Brian?
That's a hard one. I'm gonna say.
Giggity.
I'd say nobody. Like nobody.
It's as hard as the stingray that hit Steve Irwin, so I'm gonna say Steve Irwin
gets a vote.
Hey, speaking of being hard, have you seen his daughter? Oof, Jesus Christ.
That stingray should come after you.
Yeah, Andy, is it Steve Irwin or Paul Rudd?
You can read my ball.
She looks very funny, frozen. It looks like a little joint.
Yeah, she does. It looks like she's having fun. All right, she's having technical difficulty, so please stand by on her. I'm going to tie it up. I'm going to go.
She's
are you back? Okay.
Okay. Before
Andy, is it Steve Irwin or Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd gets a vote. I'm going to give it to Paul Rudd because I think I know how the votes are going to go after this. Jess, Paul Rudd, Steve Irwin.
I'm going to go with Steve Irwin.
Mm-hmm. Which means it is a tie-breaking decision for Q.
Well, they all can let you run my Paul later, but since you voted for Steve Irwin, probably not. Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. In a 4-3 split. Paul Rudd moves on to the next round. Jamie starts us off. Is it Julia Roberts or Lin-Manuel Miranda?
I'm gonna go with LMM here.
Lin-Manuel gets a vote on that one. Brian, Lin-Manuel Miranda or Julia Roberts?
Miranda. I'm gonna go Miranda.
It's another one. Andy, Lin-Manuel Miranda or Julia Roberts?
I feel like the only reason anybody is voting for Lin-Manuel Miranda is because I specifically asked what in the world this person did. And now I'm going to vote for Julia Roberts.
What? Oh, the ultimate swerve.
I literally was going to have to go it, so y'all telling me saved me, all that effort.
I mean, I would have voted for Lin-Manuel Miranda anyway, just because I do know who the hell he is. Although, and the really shocking part is that if you've seen Hamilton, like the Disney stage play that they have on Disney Plus, when he spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen it, like
me,
fast forward for the next 10 seconds, or just kind of shut your ears, or Jamie.
No, I don't care.
When
it's Crush, guys. It's a debut.
Whoa.
Zach says Julia Roberts.
Yeah, whoa.
When he cheats on his wife in that in that entire stage play, like it just hurts on that one. So having such a nice guy have a dick role, that just kind of goes to the actual character, because you could tell that he is a nice guy, because you have to. It hurts so much to see that. So Lin-Manuel be getting my vote on that one. Jess, Lin-Manuel Miranda or Julia Roberts?
Julia Roberts.
Tie game. Q, Julia Roberts, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Let's rob her.
So, Jeremy, Julia Roberts, Lin-Manuel.
I'm still pissed that Lin-Manuel took out Big Willie. So 100, and he's not as good as Matt Stone and Trey Parker by any means. So 100%, it's not going to Lynn. It's going to Pretty Woman herself.
With that, Julia Roberts gets the win.
Get rid of that Lynn.
I think I skipped somebody on that one. Either way, Julia Roberts moves on to the next round. Let's go.
We skipped Q. No?
Did we skip Q?
No, QC's robbing her.
Okay.
Either way, somebody voted. I didn't count their vote. Either way, Julia Roberts moves on to the next round. I'm going to count it 5-2. Brian starts us off. Is it, oh God, is it Angela Lansbury or Betty White?
Ooh, wise women.
Battle of the Great Pussies.
Whose grandma are we killing? Oh man.
Yeah, fuck you, Freddie. Fuck you.
Which one of them did the hip hop? Hip it to the hip it to the hip hip.
Betty White. Betty White. Oh.
No, Betty White.
Who did it?
Not one of them. That's because that's from the Wedding Singer.
Yes, that old lady, whoever that is.
Yeah, that's not either one of them.
Damn.
No, that woman's hilarious. I never know her name, but she's hilarious in every movie she's in.
I'm gonna say Betty White. Yeah, because I mean, all the way through, she was just a happy lady. Like you look at her from the 50s all the way through, right before she passed, she was just always happy.
You look at her back in the day, dude. She was a beautiful woman.
Ooh.
She was just a beautiful woman. Betty White gets a vote. Andy, Betty White, Angela Lansbury.
Betty White.
Betty White. I'm gonna go for Betty White as well. Jess, Betty White, Angela Lansbury.
Betty White.
Which means the next matchup is going to be absolutely fantastic. Q, Angela Lansbury, Betty White.
Whitey bet, let's go.
Jeremy.
Betty White knew how to ride that dick right. So, going Betty White.
That's not what your mom said.
And Jamie finishes out.
I mean, y'all be answering that shit like it's easy. Like, fuck you, Freddie. Because if we would have went with one of my bracket matchups here, I would have never had to make this damn decision. That's fucking dumb. I don't want to blow my load because I'm already last or whatever. I like them both. I'm gonna go with Angela Lansbury just because I can.
Freddie, you need to look down to Jamie right now and just be like, "Look at me, I'm the captain."
I'm the head bastard. Fuck you.
Betty White moves on 6-1. We'll be facing a 4-3 in the next round. So believe it or not, Betty White is not the underdog in that situation, surprisingly. Andy starts us off. We have Mick Foley versus Tom Hanks.
Fuck you, Freddie.
I feel like during break, you just looked at the list and you were like, I'm going to make this as difficult as fucking possible.
Oh, it's going to get worse.
Great. All right. Foley. I still got to go with Foley. Mick Foley is a fucking legend.
Foley is God. Mick Foley gets a vote. I'm going to go with Foley as well. I think Tom Hanks is a decent human being, which means he just doesn't cause shit. I don't think he's a nice guy. I just think he's the type of person that he's not the dick of Hollywood.
He
seems
not
better
the dick of Hollywood, but he's probably not the nicest guy in Hollywood.
That's what I'm saying.
Kevin Bacon's kind of an asshole.
He meets the requirements of not being an asshole, which makes him a good guy.
Yeah.
So
and Mick Foley is just actually fucking awesome all the time.
Mick Foley put put his cum sock in people's mouths. How is that fun? How is that a nice guy?
You know you'd
Hey,
like
we got
it.
Cheers for years. It still gets a major pop.
Yeah.
And Mick Foley played Santa Claus like for 10 years. And he still plays Santa Claus. Like Santa Claus is his favorite character of all time. Bringing joy to millions of people.
Mick Foley has
So,
risked
there's
his
that.
lives for all of us, okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Foley has done some pretty cool shit.
Yes.
He good. Anyway, Jess, Mick Foley, Tom Hanks.
Mick Foley.
That surprised the fuck out of me. Q, Mick Foley, Tom Hanks.
Remember earlier I said I'm not a fan of Tom Hanks at all. Like none of his movies, nothing. I am not a fan of Tom Hanks.
Well, yeah, but I'm surprised. I was just surprised you know who Mick Foley is. So,
Wrestling.
or is it a for Mick Foley or is it anti Tom Hanks?
Anti Tom Hanks.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Mick Foley gets a vote regardless. Q.
But I'm being
Mick Foley,
Mick
Tom
Foley.
Hanks.
I am anti-Comarack being shoved into my mouth forcefully, so I'm going Tom Hanks.
But have you ever tried it though? You might be into it.
I don't want that answered. Jeremy.
Well, Freddie, for this matchup, Mandible Claw, bitch!
Yes.
Mr.
We're not
Sacco
ready
said,
for that.
Mr. Sacco says, I am voting for Mama Foley's baby boy.
With that, Mama Foley's baby boy is moving on to the next round. Tom Hanks is out. Jamie, Tom Hanks, Mick Foley.
Because I did vote Tom Hanks last time, I am voting Mick Foley this time though because I really am into the anti-slut stuff. You know, what's good for guys is good for girls too. Own your colorful past, own being a hoe. We do what we want. So Mick Foley.
100%.
Jamie, sluts, lots of sluts.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like boobs everywhere.
Brian, finish this out. Mick Foley, Tom Hanks.
Hey Q, you know if any of us had a cum sock laying around for a prop, you knew it was gonna be him, right?
Oh, most definitely, 100%.
Actually, if you listen
He probably
to
just took it off. Actually,
if you listen to previous brackets on Maniacal Music Musings, there's a whole conversation about how I would just bust on the carpet instead of a sock. So
Yeah.
Wow.
I was kind of hoping that wouldn't
come up.
it came up.
I just can picture big shag carpet for some reason, and George Takai saying, "Oh my!" afterwards.
About to say something that kind of looks like some kind of weird white anthill.
Or when a teenager puts too much mousse in their head in the 80s, that's what the carpet would look like. Anyway.
It was like a sci-fi movie. A little creature came up and said, "Daddy."
Mick Foley.
In a 6-1 vote, will we end up facing another 6-1 vote in the next round? I start this one off, and we have Bob Ross versus Dolly Parton. I kind of want to do the entire "fuck you, Freddie" on this one because I love both of these.
Go fuck yourself, Freddie.
Can you fuck yourself, Freddie?
I have our permission.
Yeah, not on camera. We're not ready for that. I'm gonna go Dolly Parton on this one. I personally think she's the nicer of the two, and if we're sticking to the bracket intent,
you can't lick him, folks, but you can find his OnlyFans. FreddieGotHanger.com.
Yes, Harley.
Yeah.
That is true. Harley's right on this one. Boobs are awesome and going for Dolly as well. Dolly Parton gets my vote. Jess, Dolly Parton, Bob Ross.
Dolly Parton.
Gets another one. Q.
Bro, when I worked at Vermeer, we had a Bob Ross Friday. Everyone came in with a Bob Ross shirt on.
You did not.
Except me.
You dick.
I was that one guy.
You
So I'm going for Bob Ross.
an asshole.
Gets a vote. Jeremy, Bob Ross, Dolly Parton.
Now see, Bob Ross has some titties, but not as good as Dolly Parton's titties, so gotta go with Dolly Parton here. Those be some more button son of bitches titties.
Getting right to the point with the titties. Dolly Parton gets another vote. Jeremy.
I mean, let's think about it. Dolly Parton could have been that bitch like Carrie Underwood and taken a baseball bat and keys to your car and fucked that whole thing up. But instead, Jolene, she just sang about you and made you look like a whole asshole while sounding fucking amazing. And whoever remakes that song, since Dolly Parton sounds amazing, and she has a place called Dollywood, like her tits are on the map, folks. I don't think we can argue with this one. So Dolly Parton, thank you. And then maybe Bob Ross could paint her.
Well
happy
said.
Little boobies.
Nude, like Titanic.
Yeah.
He's a happy
Maybe
little
like one of
boobies.
your French whores. The happy
Gonna
little
place a happy little nipple right here.
Yeah, just a little areola. Just we're gonna be in the area here for just a little bit, guys. Just a little bit.
Oh, I gotta write that down.
Sorry, they look a little bit like pancake areolas, but smudged a little there.
Oh,
that might be the episode title, by the way. Happy little nipple.
Pancake
I did not
areolas
know this.
discussion in chat.
I love that. Thank you for pointing that out. And Dolly gave every single victim of those wildfires in the Appalachian Mountains $5,000. That's flipping amazing. Now, if all celebrities would take their good fortune and the fact that they're triple talents and all this shit, just take that and spread it out a little bit, that'd be cool.
I don't know if you guys see the little thumbnail on Hollis's name, but it's our "Don't Call Me Lady" tag. The Hollis is duo partner.
Yes.
All I gotta say is Dolly bought a lot of moonshine for those people. Then,
like let's get them mountains back up. Let's go.
Dolly bailed out a friend for like over $1 million something and then gave him all of his what she bought from him, just gave it all back to him later and was like, I just did that to help you out. Here you go. Here's all your stuff.
Holy crap.
Like
Brian.
Because she could.
Because I don't think you need any more convincing on this. It's a Dolly Parton or Bob Ross.
I like boobies. I guess we'll just we'll go Dolly Parton.
Get another vote. Andy, Dolly Parton, Bob Ross.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton. It is.
I mean, if I said Bob Ross right now, everyone would be like, "What the fuck?"
Don't lie, Andy. You want to be part of those boobs too.
6-1. Bob Ross stays in the previous round. Dolly Parton moves on to face a 4-3. Last up in round 2. Jess, is it Adam Sandler or Morgan Freeman?
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler gets a vote. Q.
This one's kind of a toughie. I like them both. But just for shits, because I asked about Adam's wiener earlier, we're going to go with Adam Sandler.
You still want to know, don't you?
I am still very curious.
Adam Sandler gets another vote. Jeremy, Adam Sandler, Morgan Freeman.
That night, Andy Dufresne climbed through 2 miles of shit. Why hates I do it on taco night, I'll never know. But yeah, it's Morgan Freeman all day.
Hollis Ray and Harley is in comments right now. They're both going for Adam Sandler on this one. Jamie, Adam Sandler, Morgan Freeman.
I want to say kind of like how we argued the greatness of Dolly Parton earlier. Y'all did the same for Adam Sandler, so I'm gonna vote Adam.
Brian.
I'm gonna have to say Adam Sandler.
With that, gets the win. Andy?
Sandler.
I'm going to go Sandler as well. Morgan Freeman's got a good voice. I will say that. And he's
a great
he put it towards a lot of good causes. But I think Adam Sandler is just solid, down to earth dude.
Imagine Morgan Freeman narrating an erotic novel.
I mean, he could do it. Dude, imagine Betty White doing that. I mean, not now.
I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that. That'd be hilarious.
Adam Sandler moves on in a 6-1 vote. And we'll be right back right after this break. All right. Catch up. Nobody has blown their load.
That you know about.
Ooh, I'm so proud of us.
On the show. Not
yeah,
on camera.
I had to prep Socko.
I mean, yeah, you did pull something out of your pants, but it was a sock. So there's that.
Oh, but I've gotten close though. There's a few fuck you moments that made me go, ooh, pucker that butthole.
Rock out, sock out, right there. Welcome back for round 3 and beyond. Nobody had blown their load on this one, and it looks like Q starts us off. Is it Keanu Reeves or Betty White? Betty White! Betty White gets a vote. Jeremy, Betty White, Keanu Reeves.
Ooh, a big fuck you, Freddie, on that one. Fuck. Well, gotta go Betty White. I love a grandma you can smoke with.
Betty White gets a vote. Jamie.
I think it's because I've always wanted to have a good friend in life. My mom with this kind of attitude, a grandma with this attitude, and I actually have a boss with this attitude. Betty White, always having fun, always laughing. Voting for her.
Brian, Betty White, Keanu Reeves.
Ooh. Gotta go Betty White. You gotta go Betty White.
Andy.
Okay, so Keanu Reeves has been like talked about as like the greatest person ever because of all the cool stuff that he's done. But this isn't about being the greatest person ever. This is about being nice. And Betty White probably has cookies and jokes and hot chocolate, and that sounds real fucking nice. So I'm gonna go with Betty White.
I am not going to prevent a sweep on this one. It's going to go Betty White with me as well. So Jess, Betty White, Keanu Reeves.
I'm going with Betty White.
And a sweep. Beautiful Betty White moves on to the next round. Apparently, she has multiple dog charities. So she's going that in the favor on the, or at least had multiple dog charities. She can't really do much about them now. But
hey, all dogs go to heaven, Freddie.
Yeah. Jeremy, is it, let's go Mick Foley versus Brendan Fraser.
Oh, Mick
both
Foley,
these are,
no competition, Mick Foley. No competition.
Both these are 6-1 last round, by the way.
This is a vote for Dude Love.
Jamie, Mick Foley, Brendan Fraser.
This is becoming good. Fuck all you, because we are the reasons for this matchup.
If you insist, my dear.
Let's see. Might retract a few years later. Mick Foley.
Gets a vote. Brian, Mick Foley, Brendan Fraser.
You know what? I'm going to have to go. It's pretty neck and neck on this one. I'm going to have to go Brendan Fraser just to make sure he gets some love, just in case, you know?
Hey, you know what I saw, Freddie? In the original freaking matchup that Mick Foley was in, no one made a fucking in between a rock and a sock place freaking joke. Come on.
I would not.
Yeah. So Brendan Fraser definitely needs a little love because like he's pretty fucking awesome. But Mick Foley, for sure, Mick Foley.
Mick Foley gets a vote. I am a fan of voting with the crowd. The crowd today, Harley has joined us and is doing wonderfully in the crowd today. So Harley will be getting my vote, and Harley is voting for Mick Foley on this one. So Mick Foley will be going into the next round over Brendan Fraser. But Jess, Brendan Fraser, Mick Foley.
That's right, JR. They're chanting Foley from the crowd.
I'm going with Brendan Fraser.
And Q.
So you're for slut shaming then?
You're horrible. You're fired. You're not.
If you don't know Mick Foley, you're pro slut shaming.
Are you falling favor of Mick Foley?
Wake the fuck up.
I didn't hear you, though.
4-3. Mick Foley moves on to the next round. Jamie starts us off. I'm going to give her this one. How about Paul Rudd versus Dolly Parton?
Ooh. Good looking versus good looking. I'm probably going to go with Paul Rudd. I enjoyed his character in Clueless. He was a nice guy.
He's a nice guy in like every movie he's in.
I know, right? I just wanted to reference one of my favorite movies.
He's the nicest criminal in the world than Ant-Man.
Even
Ant-Man
even
is my favorite movie.
Even Boz Lerman's version of Romeo and Juliet, he plays Paris, which is supposed to be like a douchey character, and he's still a nice guy.
Exactly.
You kind of feel bad for him, which
I rest my case.
sucks.
Dolly,
But-
any day. Sorry. I mean, I ain't
Paul-
gonna be mad if Dolly moves on, but we're just gonna give Paul Rudd a little love because he's kind of yummy too.
Brian, Paul Rudd, Dolly Parton.
I'm gonna stick with Dolly. All the charities. We haven't said anything about Paul Rudd. Like, I know he probably does some, donates his time here and there, but she's giving people $5,000 each because their house is burned down. She has books that she's giving out to all the kids. I'm about to say Dolly. I think she's more invested.
Paul Rudd goes to Children's Hospital dressed as Ant-Man all the time.
So he just does
Okay.
Halloween all the time.
Hey,
That
you
sounds like a lot.
fucking do that.
He's not invited. He just shows up and he's like, "Hey, I'm
Can you imagine,
Ant-Man."
Can you imagine going to Comic-Con dressed as freaking Ant-Man, but never taking your mask off, and you're fucking Paul Rudd with the legitimate costume, just walking around there and not win a contest because it looks fake.
Lose the Ant-Man contest.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a Kevin Smith movie.
Andy,
Yeah.
Dolly Parton, Paul Rudd.
I mean, I wouldn't kick either of them out of bed for eating crackers, but I'm going to go with Dolly Parton.
Gotta
What
be
if they
eating
both-
something else.
What if they both
I
want to
wanted to say hello.
what if they want to both eat some cracker?
Yeah. Hey, I'm a cracker. Dolly
I'm
Parton
more
gets
of a
that.
wheat
But
than
I'm gonna give
myself.
Dolly Parton as well. All things listed. Jess, Dolly Parton, Paul Rudd.
I'm gonna go with Paul Rudd.
Yes, she does, Harley. Thank you.
Harley's in comments. Dolly has big boobs. Lol.
Nice.
She can rest her mom back anytime.
She, let's say she comes from the mountains and she brought him with her. That what there. Q, Dolly Parton, Paul Rudd.
Doll me up. Let's go.
With that gets the win. Jeremy finishes out.
I bet Q would do a great Dolly impression.
Damn right.
The wig and the
No,
dress and
the wig.
everything.
Working.
I don't think the wig would fit well.
Jamie, damn.
Wishes he worked 9 to 5.
You're making this harder, Jamie. But
Hey, that motherfucker ain't even listening to me. I'm over here.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks.
What's he
He's
gonna
not.
have?
Fire him, Fred. Fire him. We don't like him anymore.
fuck, man. I will go with Dolly and her boulders any day of the week. I'll be the holder for those boulders.
Do you ever think with your brain above your belt?
No.
Always. They're connected. They're
No, he
connected
does
with
not.
light speed nerve connection. 20 years of progress on it.
I say that's what the heart medication is for. You can only do one blood position at a time.
We're like, who's the nicest person in the planet? And he's like, boobs are nice.
They are. I grab my boys every time I get a chance.
Brian starts us out. The last one in this round. Is it Julia Roberts or Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler gets a vote. Andy?
Adam Sandler.
Gets a second and a third. Jess?
I'm gonna have to go with Adam Sandler.
Ew.
Gets the vote and the win. Q, Adam Sandler, Julia Roberts.
I'm going with Tic Tac penis.
So
That's
is
Adam Sandler.
that the reason you have fresh breath now?
Damn straight.
There you go. Jeremy.
Well, I mean, Q, the Jews only need a little nosh here and there. So, but 100% to be Adam Sandler.
And Jamie.
Adam Sandler versus who?
It don't
Julia.
matter.
What?
Julia Roberts.
Oh. Yeah, I don't give a fuck, Adam.
Told you it didn't matter.
With our second sweep, moving into the final four, Adam Sandler takes out Julia Roberts in the third round. Andy starts us off, and she gets to start. She gets to pick the matchup. Do you want to start off with Betty White versus Dolly Parton, or Mick Foley versus Adam Sandler?
Are you trying to murder me? This is, I mean, like the four greatest people on the planet for sure.
This is only part one.
Yeah, this is only part one. There's a whole another week to this.
I love this. Okay, let's start with Mick Foley and Adam Sandler. Don't fail me, team. Don't fail me on this.
Be failed.
I know
All
you've
right,
got my back.
Andy, is it Mick Foley or Adam Sandler?
Mick Foley, Foley.
Sandler.
Mick Foley gets a vote. Mick Foley gets a second vote.
Woo!
Yes, Mick Foley, Adam Sandler.
If you don't vote for
Adam
Foley,
Sandler.
Yeah.
Q, Adam Sandler, Mick Foley.
McFoley can suck on his own cum sock. Adam Sandler.
It is a tie game. Jeremy, Mick Foley, Adam Sandler.
Did you skip Jess?
No.
No, she voted for
they
Sandler.
both voted for the
Crap.
wrong person.
I voted for Scrap.
I'm going with Cactus Jack all day. He's been this so long, I got to say each one was personas. Fuck yeah.
Well, like
Jim.
three.
Mick Foley, Adam Sandler.
Can you guys read cursive?
No, I can't read it.
Foley.
It's
I
too
know.
big.
Man.
Mick Foley gets the vote and the win. Brian, Adam Sandler, Mick Foley.
We'll go Mick Foley.
What?
McFoley already won anyways.
Bull?
5-2, Mick Foley moves on.
This is bullshit.
Final.
Cities.
I
I
bet if you
started
met Adam
off.
Sandler and you met Mick Foley, you'd like Mick Foley better.
I
Yeah,
like McFoley.
that's actually one of my dream
He's
meets.
gonna make me eat a bread prom. I don't want that.
I'll meet him one of these days.
If you ever meet him, please.
I
take me
started
with you.
off Betty White versus Dolly Parton. These are like the two best people. It was said before about between Betty White and like Angela Lansbury about being two of the coolest grandmothers in the world. I think this would be like a grandma battle between the two of these. Having Southern roots, I should go with Dolly, but I absolutely love Betty White. They're both super nice. For her charity work alone, because this is a niceness bracket, I will be going with Dolly. Jess. Dolly Parton, Betty White.
I'm gonna go with Betty.
Tie game. Q.
Jamie, don't threaten me with a good time. I'm going Betty.
Jeremy, Betty White, Dolly Parton.
Who do I think McFoley can be is the real question.
That
So,
yeah.
Betty White. Betty White.
Jamie, Betty White, Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton, give it to her.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Andy.
Oh, I would. Don't get me wrong.
Fucking
Andy.
Harley.
How's that for thinking with my smaller head?
Oh,
I mean, that was probably one of the. Yeah, no.
we probably wanted you to think with your other head that time because your small head didn't do anything to prove a point at all.
Harley is in comments. Dolly, because she's amazing and has big boobs. Hollis as well says Dolly. So much Dolly. There is so much to Dolly, by the way. Brian,
So much
Dolly Parton, Betty White.
You know what?
women dig my videos.
I'll go Dolly just because you know what? I mean, Betty White's super nice, but she was out in the public eye a lot. Where Dolly does all this stuff, and you really don't hear much about it because she's just kind of undercover, not doing interviews, not doing anything. So I'll go Dolly.
Just out there doing people favors.
Yeah.
Which means it is a tie matchup going into the finals. And Andy is tie-breaking decision. She already knows who's going to the finals. But to face Mick Foley, Andy, is it Betty White or Dolly Parton?
Is she frozen again?
I know, and it's her fucking turn. I can't skip her.
She's doing
Big
excess
John.
baby. You got frozen.
She's there. She's changed. She changed.
Oh, there
There
she
you go. How dare you freeze on your turn?
Every fucking time. I was like, are you shitting me?
I know. I do too.
All right. So
Anyway.
obviously Dolly. Dolly is my answer 100%. Yeah, right. So much Dolly.
So much Dolly.
In the finals is going to be Dolly Parton 4-3 versus Mick Foley 5-2. But first, third place. I start us off. It's either Adam Sandler or Betty White. I'm going to go Betty White. Both of these, by the way, in round 3 moved on with sweeps. And they also lost in the quarterfinals. So there's that. But yeah, Betty White gets my vote. Jess.
I'm going to go with Adam Sandler.
Q.
I still got to go with White. I love Adam Sandler, but I still got to give White third place.
Jeremy. Betty White, Adam Sandler.
For third place, Adam Sandler.
Tie game. Jamie.
Use that mouth, girl.
You're muted.
God damn it! Thank you. I thought I hit unmute. Adam Sandler.
Brian.
I'll go Betty White. I feel bad I didn't vote for her last time, so we'll make it up.
Which means it's a tie-breaking decision again. And realistically,
again. I didn't do it on purpose, I swear.
I should have started with Jess on that one, but I had a stroke and fucked up. So, Andy, tie-breaking decision again. Is it Betty White or Adam Sandler?
For third place and the nicest person in Hollywood.
In this side of the bracket.
Betty White.
Betty White.
Definitely on the Betty White train. Doot doot.
How many riders that had, I wonder?
Jess starts us off. And nobody has blown their load. Which pisses me off because I won't be able to. Is it Dolly Parton or Mick Foley?
It's who? Mick Foley against who?
Dolly Parton.
I'm going to go with Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton gets a vote. Q.
Now I'm going Dolly.
Up by 2. Jeremy, Dolly Parton, Mick Foley.
We're talking about a man here who would literally get himself thrown like 30 feet on the fucking thumbtacks and shit. If he'll do that for entertainment, he'll do anything for anybody. Fucking Mama Foley's baby boy all day for this shit. Think about what he'll do in bed for his wife if he's willing to do that in a fucking ring. God damn.
Get down! Get down! It broke in half. Mick Foley gets a vote. Jamie, Mick Foley, Dolly Parton.
Jamie's over there doing math.
I'm trying to I'm really not sure what I want to do here.
Nobody had blown their load. Last chance to do it.
Yeah, but that means everybody else is gonna blow their load anyways after me. I know how that works with all you fucking fools.
Well, Q and Jess and Jeremy have already gone, so they can't blow their load.
I never blow my load in this show, damn it.
Yeah, I know.
I'll keep it spicy. We'll go with Dolly. Ha.
Dolly gets the vote. Brian, Dolly Parton, and Mick Foley.
I got so excited I didn't even turn my mic on. I'm gonna go Dolly.
Dolly. With that, Dolly Parton gets the win. Andy.
I know it doesn't matter because Dolly already won, but Dolly anyway. So yay! Thank you, team.
Dolly Lala.
Dolly and her boobs won.
I was really hoping somebody would blow their load so I could blow my load too, because I'm a man of completion. I am not. In fact, I think this is probably the first show that nobody blew their load the entire episode.
Wow.
That's not true. That's not true.
Either we're really good at it or really bad at it.
Since we started doing it, because I do blow my load at the end of on the final one each time, unless I'm the last person to go.
Well, then why not just do it because you're the host and fuck it, might as well. Fuck it.
No, I'm not. I can't. I'm the last person to go. There's no reason to do it.
Then there's no rule.
Impressive stamina.
Yeah, but Q tried to do that before, and I wouldn't let him. So I'm not going to go above the law on this one. Either way, I'm going to go. I'm going to go for Dolly Parton. Mick Foley is hell of a human. I would love to meet him one of these days, and he deserves the place that he's in the final four of the entire bracket, the final two on this side. But Dolly Parton, with all the work she's done, all the charity she has, all the money she's raised, all the nice human that she is flat out, deserves the win. So Dolly Parton in a 6-1 victory will be facing somebody else from the other side. That is our show this week there, guys and gals, and who's ever listening out there. Jess, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram under JessMay93 or Facebook under Jess May Bandystrew or this podcast.
Thank you.
Of course, you can find your boy Q on Facebook or on this podcast, of course, and on Instagram under Master Bastard Q because, well, I am the master of these bastards. Dance, my puppets, dance.
Jeremy.
Imagination. But yeah, you can find me, of course, on Paranormal New Normal. I'm in Maniacal Music Musings. I'm Global Strangeness, or just all around the podcast verse, jumping on different shows I feel like jumping on. But you can find me on the social media as Uncensored, Unapologetic, and Untamed U Cubed Podcast Collective Facebook group. You can find me on XX Baby and the Gram as that Juggalo Bastard. You can find me on the TikTok as that Juggalo Bastard Podcast. And you can find me on YouTube as Maniacal Music Musings or Paranormal New Normal, or you can see me live streaming on Blind Knowledge Network because all knowledge was blind until Foley lost the damn match. Now we all gotta fucking see that shit. God damn you, all motherfuckers. Come back next week for more outrage.
I would like to thank Harley and Hollis and all the other people like Dre and all them in the show. I absolutely love having you guys here. So thank you for showing up. Jamie, where can people find you?
Yeah, definite shout out to all of our commenters and people that dropped in today. Because we wouldn't be at this episode if it wasn't for you. But you can find me obviously on this podcast. Coming up, I am going to be guesting in on a few different ones. So you'll have to try to figure it out by following me on Facebook to see what podcasts I'll be on coming up. I'm under Slipknot Chica 17. I'm on Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that fun shit. So you can find me if you spell my name right.
Brian.
All right, guys, come check. A big shout out to everyone, all the commenters. You guys make it fun. Man, again, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. But check me out on thedailydank.com. You can check us out on all the social medias, thedailydank_420. And yeah, check us out, guys. A lot of cool stuff happening. October, spooky.
And our guest that we can't wait to have back on another episode, Andy.
You can find me on Facebook under Don't Call Me Lady, and TikTok under Don't Call Me Lady, and Instagram under Don't Call Me Lady Music, because Don't Call Me Lady alone was already taken. Sorry about that. And we have a Halloween show on October 27th. That's going to be 2 hours. We're going to have a DJ and a costume contest and gift cards for the bar that's going to be there. And it's going to be epic. And it's going to be 2 hours to open the rave for that night. So looking forward to that.
And I am your host, Freddie Fisher. You can find me at that on Facebook. While you're on Facebook, check out Bracketology. We have 2 polls going up every single day. Currently, it is nod to the 90s, where we're doing a whole bunch of 90s stuff, not movies, not music, but a whole bunch of 90s stuff. And since it's that time of the year, we are doing a trick or treats bracket. These are all the Halloween candy and stuff that we grew up with, and they get to fight it out. And that's actually caused a couple of fights already in the Fisher household. So there's that. On Twitter, you can. I'm still going to call it Twitter. Fuck X. It is Bracket Pod. I am Fisher777, and on Instagram you can find me at Can't Lick Me. Not one word. Other than that, I'm gonna leave you guys with one simple line from the late great Jerry Springer, and that is, take care of yourself and each other. Have a good week, guys. Drink.